It is recommended that kids and teens engage in 60 minutes of physical activity every day. Given that school is such a large part of our students' lives, we play a large role in giving them that 60 minutes of physical activity. Despite the fact that this recommendation is very well known, even in this room, it doesn't account for the fact that in order to make this happen, it requires scheduling changes, it requires space, it requires materials. And don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating that we don't seek to make these changes. But today I'm going to present you with a solution that you can implement today that takes just 60 seconds with zero disruption. Good evening. My name is Darren Benedick. I'm a health and fitness teacher at Excel Academy Charter School in East Boston. As you may be able to hear from my accent, I am not from New England. Instead, I come from Old England. I grew up just outside of London. I earned my undergraduate degree from Buckinghamshire and Chilterns University College in sports psychology. I went on to earn my master's in sport and exercise psychology from Loughborough University, and then went to teach at South Nottingham College, where I instructed sports leadership and sports psychology courses. For the past 2 years, I've been working at Excel Academy Middle School. Before I go on, I would like to share with you this image. What you can see are composite brain scans taken from 20 students prior to taking the same test. Our first brain scan was of the 10 students that sat quietly, reflecting. Our second brain scan, the one on your right, is of 10 students who went for a 20-minute walk prior to taking the same test. The difference between the two is startling. As you can see, the brain on the right is far more engaged. The red, the yellow, the green highlighted areas are of the student's mind being engaged, the electrical activity. This tells us that students are able to retain information. It tells us that students are able to focus more easily. A huge, huge thing when taking a test. As I'm in a room with so many amazing educators and business leaders, I think it's clear why I'm sharing you with this image. But I think I can get your students and your workers from the first brain across to the second brain in just 60 seconds. The program that I'm going to present to you today is called the Bring It Minute. 60 seconds to change your life. It's currently being used at all 3 Excel Academy middle schools, Brook Mattapan in Boston, and Coney Island Prep in New York. The concept of the Bring It Minute is simple. Every second counts. At Excel, as I'm sure all of you do, at your schools and businesses, we strive to make every instructional moment an instructional moment. And whilst there is no such thing as downtime, if we were to do a composite brain scan of your students, or of you right now, we might find that your brains look more like the blue brain, the first brain, than the second red, yellow, and green active, engaged brain. And I think I can take you across. The Bring It Minute is a single laminated sheet. It lives at the front of your classroom in a place that's accessible and that's visible. It's a series of exercises, not just one, that incorporates full body movement. Any teacher, regardless of their own personal fitness levels, regardless of their own personal ability to instruct, is able to lead the Bring It Minute. They just need to read what is written on the sheet. The Bring It Minute can be used at any time, in any space, in any location. And at Excel, I have 7 different Bring It Minutes. And that makes the routines feel very varied. It makes the kids think that the routine is new, even though they did it 5 or 6 weeks ago. The impact of the Bring It Minute is instantaneous. For me, the most powerful thing is that when an adult leads students in physical activity, when they lead students in a Bring It Minute, they are able to associate adult role models with physical activity. And in a world where we are fighting cell phones and video games, that is huge. An 8th grade English teacher said, "I've noticed a distinctly different attitude and vibe in class after a Bring It Minute. Kids are more positive, and they're happy to be doing their work. An 8th grade student said, I love the Bring It Minute. It gives me energy. She also notified me that it was actually quite funny to see her other classmates doing it at the same time. But that's by the by. And a 6th grade math teacher commented on the fact that the Bring It Minute doesn't just add movement to the school day, but it also has joy. And finally, my English language learning specialist told me that the Bring It Minute gets her students to focus almost immediately. So what does a Bring It Minute look like? As you can see, the Bring It Minute is relatively low tech. I've themed Bring It Minutes with shapes. The one you see on there is shaped like a circle. The top of the sheet gives the teacher the instructions to set up the Bring It Minute. It will tell the students to stand up and tuck in their chairs, or believe it or not, stay in their seats and be physically active. That's a really cool thing to do in a classroom. Then there's the read-along instructions. You read them along, the students follow on, and hey, presto, you have a whole bunch of students doing a physical activity routine in 60 seconds. But of course, I am a physical fitness instructor. It would be bizarre of me to stand up here, read off of these sheets, and tell you about the benefits of physical activity, how great a Bring It Minute is, and not get you up to experience it for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to rise in just a moment. You can prepare yourselves. A small caveat, if you feel unable to do any of these moves for whatever reason, feel free to modify them in any way you feel free. If you're moving, it's good enough for me. I will now ask you please to stand up. I'm going to be doing 3 moves with you. If you can't hear my voice, if you can't see me, just hear my voice. All right, we are going to take our right elbow and we are going to bring our right elbow to our left knee. Then we're going to take our left elbow and bring it to our right knee. This is a move I call core crossovers, and we're going to do 15 of them. It looks just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Raise your hand if you're breaking a sweat. All right, we have 2 more. Don't go anywhere. The next one I call pec flies. Your pec muscles are in your chest, and we are going to put our arms out like this. We're going to have our thumbs pointing towards our head. And can we bring our hands and our elbows together 10 times slowly? 1. I'm going to bust out of this shirt. 2. I feel like the Incredible Hulk. 3. 4. 5, we're halfway there. 6, 7, who's getting their elbows touching? 8, I can't do it. 9, and 10. And the last one we're going to do, this is going to burn a little bit. We're going to do something called calf raises. We're going to do 10 of them very slow, 15 of them very fast. So you're literally going up onto your tippy toes, something that all kids know how to do. You can keep your hands by your sides. You can put them up in the air if you really want to challenge yourself. If you're going to fall onto the person in front of you, just give them a heads up. Are we ready? Here we go. And 1, and down. 2, and down. 3, and down. I'm going to challenge myself. 4, and down. 5, and down. 6, and down. 7, and down. We're doing great. 8, and down. Bringing math as well. 9, and down. And 10. Now 15 fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. I saw someone even raising the roof as they were doing it. You can take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I really hope you enjoyed that small burst of physical activity. I hope that you can already feel your brain being more engaged, ready to go. And you're probably asking, oh, Darren, that was awesome. I mean, I hope you're thinking that. Where can I get this program? And more importantly, how much is it going to cost, right? Because that's what you're really wondering. And the answer is nothing. It's absolutely free. All you need to do is visit this blog. There you go. bringitminute.blogspot.com. It's in your program, so you can take that with you. When you go on there, please sign up. The page looks like this. You put your name, your email, and a message just saying, hey, saw you at the Ed Talks, think you're really cool, would love the Bring It minutes at my school or my organization. Very, very simple. I'll send them to you, and they're all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Bring It Minute. My name is Darren Benedick. Thank you very much.